couple different things. If we're gonna play Brawl, I never want to see this backline again. We need a lot of work with our backline picking, like a lot of work. I don't know who's in charge of it or who's calling it or who's, playing what, but these backline picks have been atrocious lately, and they cannot continue to keep going because when you run up into higher SR, you guys are kind of rolling this team because you guys are just overall better, more talented players. But in higher SR, you're going to get absolutely clapped with this backline. It's bad. It doesn't enable your Lucio, Ryan or Zarya, right? Doesn't speed them. It doesn't help them get to the engagement quicker. She can brawl, but she doesn't have really she has an AoE heal, sure, like Lucio, but there's just no speed. So we're going to be very sluggish getting to the fight, which means they're going to get over here. They're going to take all of the space, and then we're going to have a hard time sieging in most of the time. If they were good and they were able to take the space the correct way. Ana is okay, but preferably we'd want a BAP because
Lucio or BAP.
Lucio and BAP, yeah. So you'd want a Lucio and you want a BAP.
Okay.
There's really no kind of way around it. Yes, you can kind of get away with Ana, right? As long as you're getting really aggressive nades and consistently aggressive nades and punishing them, cool. Like if you're playing,
yeah, I was looking for nades.
If you're playing against a hog, let's say this guy's a hog, and Zarya or something, right? A hog Zarya, some wacky, funky comp. Then Ana makes complete sense in a brawl because all she has to do is literally just nade, and there's no DM, there's no shield,
so the main tanks, yeah,
completely destroys that that setup, right? So that in that case, sure, play an Ana in brawl, but you most of the time you're gonna want to play BAP because there's so many BAP or dislocations that are gonna get value. This map is a lot of corners, a lot of walls, a lot of small corridors where your team is gonna be grouped up. So discs are gonna be optimal. Windows are gonna be fantastic here. Shift, you're gonna get a lot of shift value in your comp. So that's another thing Ana doesn't bring. She doesn't bring AoE sustain. So the Lucio and the BAP together bring more AoE sustain to the comp and allows you to actually continue pushing without much worry. And then also BAP just can spam better and dish out damage from afar better. If we're playing a junk sim, we can even add on to that spam if we wanted to. If we're playing a Mei, that's fine because we're going to push up into here and look to wall off. So yeah, just different background or backline, and then in a different backline, it's going to allow us to come through here and gain this space very quickly. Okay, I'm going to stop this now, and I'm going to show you a tier 3, just a very quick tier 3 intro of how teams play. This part in particular, this is a very important part because if you win neutral, so neutral is one of the most important parts on control maps. Okay, if you don't win neutral, you see what happens is, say if you lose this fight, you're down alt charge, right? So the enemy team has just gained more alt charge. So in the next engagement, they're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4 more alts than you are in the next engagement. Therefore, you lose the second engagement. So then you can probably come back on the third engagement, maybe, and win that. So either way, you're still probably looking at about a 50% disadvantage right off the bat, just because you didn't play the neutral correctly. Okay. So very important to play it correctly. So I'm going to stop it here. We'll go to it just very quickly so we can see the intro of it, and then we'll come right back. Okay, perfect. Okay. So you're going to see, obviously they're trolling. They're not going to play these comps.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to skip too far because I don't want to miss out on all of it. So another reason they actually go sim is because of the speed that they're able to get to point as well.
Yeah,
so what they
boost.
Exactly. If you TP and boost, you will get there. If you match and do it, if you do it perfectly, you will get there before them almost every time. If you match, at least you did, you're there and you can actually make
Yeah,
the
you
fight.
TP to the end and then speed boost the rest.
Yep. And then he speeds boosts. And look who
Yeah.
gets here first, right? So when
Yeah,
you in
that's
doing that, what happens here is the enemy team, if you're here first, the importance of getting here first is insanely important because they cannot push out without multiple angles being taken on them. You own all of this space. You can actually then look to aggress, and they're going to have a very, very hard time pushing out of here. Not only is Junk really good into this spam, so is Sim, right? It makes it very difficult for the enemy team to push. So this every time you get to this space and you get here and you're looking to brawl, if you win this space and you come out correctly, you will win the engagement. As long as you don't obviously like do something stupid or crazy and just like completely enter your mind out. If you gain the space, you win the neutral for the most part.
hmm
Okay. So whoever is Lucio, don't be afraid to actually, right when you come out that TP and everybody comes out collectively, speed boost. I mean, absolutely just speed boost and get there first. Okay. Should always be the goal. Okay. So that being said, that's the proper way to make sure your team actually plays the neutral the right way and you get there first. It's the very first thing I want to see. So mostly, almost always, you're going to play a Bap Lucio.
hmm
Their Ryan just pretty much ended, but so did ours, so it's okay.
Yeah, he did go a little aggressive there. Yeah.
But we can see the difference in speed, right? From the tier 3 team that we saw to this, I mean, this is just looks like
hmm
very, very, very slow play
The
collectively.
clustered mess as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think, I mean, you guys can play to that tempo. So when I was talking about the King's Row and the steel frames, was just your amount of tempo and aggression that you pushed was just nuts. I mean, it was so collective and fast, and the enemy team was
hmm
just not ready for it. And that's what you have to bring to this map too. You have to get there. You have to push it into their face. You have to be aggressive with speed, with like cohesiveness, and look to really punch them in the mouth.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I would go into here and practice the TP and the speed boost and trying to get there as
Yeah,
quick
I
as
will
possible.
definitely do that.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And it helps. I mean, I can seriously tell it. It really helps. Like you guys were looked insane on King's Row.
hmm
Okay, so the question is, do we have the ability to hold this choke?
Somewhat, but it's not gonna be
Okay.
consistent.
Grav,
Not.
Grav and Nano into Grav was okay. So yes, technically you have the tools to hold choke. If you didn't have these ultimates, I don't think you would have the ability to hold choke. You don't have a Mei, you don't have a Sim, you don't have a Junk. Nothing there is really. That's why Sim and Junk are played so often here. That like I'm trying to paint the picture as to why meta is meta. It's because when you win the engagement, not only when you speed up into here, you can spam them out in this long corridor, and it's just incredibly potent. Now, once you've won the engagement and you're playing for this area, that's why, because the door coming through this door is a living hell against a Sem and a Junk. So that's why Sem and Junk is so popular on this map, because of the amount of spam damage that can be dished out through these small corridors
hmm
and these areas too, like these areas in here, really
Yeah, they're
long.
perfect for junk. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, are we going to so one thing I did notice, I think you play a fantastic Zarya, but I feel like we hold on to Grav way too long in certain situations. I'm not exactly saying now would be a good time, but I feel like we don't really pull the trigger unless something is said. Maybe Jack, do you have like the trigger and do you tell Zarya when to alt, or like how do we kind of go about that?
Uh, I mean, yeah. So usually when we're trying to ult, I usually call when we ult, but since the main tanks were going onto the front line, I was actually healing and like even sleeping some guys. On the So if you look at the end, yeah, where I am, I actually like sneaked a couple of sleeps on the BAP and some of the back line.
So
Uh,
question is, do you think a sleep is more potent than a grenade?
well, see, no. I know a nade would be better, yeah, but I just didn't want to really use it just in case if they pushed, and then I wouldn't have it to keep my team sustained. So I was kind of playing passive on the nade, more than I initially should have.
So if you naded here, I would
We could have
actually
just
call.
pushed, yeah,
Yep,
and
you
like
could have just
grabbed.
pushed because there's no way they're actually gonna push back while all of them are purpled, right? Like that's your
Yeah,
trigger to just absolutely go nuts on them. But then again, we don't have a Lucio, so it would
yeah,
be pretty hard to push that tempo. Sure, we can brawl, but I guess considering, yeah, you could learn to land a purple, but we'd be so sluggish to get there that we actually wouldn't capitalize on anything. So, in this particular situation, yes, you are correct. But most of the time, especially if we had a Lucio, right, that would be a one hell of a soft angle. Is
yeah.
this risky against a high level team? Yes, because they
Probably,
will
yeah,
push you.
most likely.
They'll push you fast and they'll punch you in the face, right? So they'll punish this type of
Yeah,
aggression. But in the SR that you guys are playing, this is playmaking right here. If you land a nade and we actually pushed in with the Lucio ult or Lucio speed, dude, like that would just demolish a team. A
yeah.
big purple like that, man, like that scares people and that forces them to back out. They're constantly on the back foot every after like the entire time after that. So another thing is Tracer's just not really good here. You can't do much because you can't do much into the choke, right? If anything, you're probably gonna get randomly shot through the choke.
Yeah,
But
little help.
I did actually something really cool here, I think.
I mean, the biggest playmaking thing is kind of what Anna's doing is blinking back here and becoming behind the team.
That's what I did.
Okay. That's kind of the only thing you can do, but it has
Yeah.
to be while grab's happening or
Mhm,
while, all that's happening. So yeah, as long as you play Tracer that way, that's fine.
mhm.
But I mean, it's not right because there's a lot of situations, for example here, that you're gonna have a hard time getting through here and going around. So like overall, Tracer's gonna struggle 'cause even in the neutral, you can't go through here. You have to go through here and look to like come around and poke through the back in the neutral. So, um, yeah, okay. Okay. Way too early though, right? So, against a good, I know I keep saying against a good team, and it doesn't mean subconsciously that you guys aren't. It means you guys are improving, and that's what I mean by when you go up in SR. Because I don't even think you should be scrimming at 2-5 right now. I think you should be scrimming even higher, in my opinion. Um, So
Okay.
but the reason why I say when you go up or when you play a better team is because I want you guys to get into better habits of doing the correct thing when the time matters because you will 100% get punished for stuff like this, okay? Great idea. I'm glad you had the idea, but we gotta be, Zarya ulting. We gotta be pushing W. We gotta be doing something for this to be kind of justified. Sure, you could even one clip him, but like if it was probably a little bit higher SR Cree, he probably would have went
Well,
right to you and flashed you before you could even do anything. Um, yeah, so yep,
No,
you got the
Lucio
kill, the
still
recall. That
sleep.
was good. That was good. You're doing what you can with her. Oh, yeah, these guys are just making big mistakes. Okay, good. Okay, a little over alted. Not gonna lie, didn't need to use that one. Okay, so now we have nano grab into the next one. I hope that's the call being made. Okay. Well, this is the perfect opportunity to grab him then, in my opinion.
Yeah. We did call. Yeah, we did
Yeah,
call
perfect.
here.
Perfect. Okay, good, 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 good. Yep, yep, yep. Nano, perfect. Exactly what we want to do. We want to punch them in the mouth while they try to rotate. Okay, nice, big. Right when the shield went down, you got to shatter off. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Okay. They're not gonna even
Try
touch.
to get closer to Luna.
I don't even think they're gonna touch, are they? Nope.
No, they didn't know.
Unfortunate for them. Okay, I mean, we played that the best, not the best, but we played that, you know, relatively well for the poor comp that we had, to be honest.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay, so we're playing ATP. Okay, we're playing TP.
Yeah, we're gonna sim TP.
Brig is less bad here. Because of the like we don't necessarily
middle
need
point,
to push
yeah.
out, right? We don't need the speed to push out, and we're looking to play on point because we have a sim, right? And the sim's gonna set up her teleports or her turrets, so we don't necessarily want to leave point, want to play off point. So Brig actually isn't that bad. I still think BAP is a better pick. And
Yeah,
Lucio
definitely.
BAP is just once you guys get used to the brawl that way, it's just always kind of better. Because then you can push aggression when you can capitalize, or when you have the ability, or when you put them on the back foot. I guess you can say you have the ability to speed into them. Like now, for example, I feel like you guys had them on the back foot a little bit here, so let's kind of take a look. And also, we want to be looking for aggressive nades. So right as you come in, you should be looking for a really aggressive nade. Let's see if that's what you do here.
I think did it. Yeah, I might have thrown it, but the tank got in the way. I think I don't remember.
Yeah, right there, right as you were leaving. So I think we need to get out of our mind sleeps are more impactful because they're 100% not. Yes, they could be like on like a high noon Cree,
You
right?
can
Or
only get one pick at very most.
exactly, it can
Yeah,
only
yeah.
affect one person. Where if you were to land a nade as they're
The nade has
as
the
they're
potential
dropping,
to, yeah,
yeah,
to like
no heal,
clear
no
entire
sustain, then we push, right? We can be super aggressive on that nade, and they're all clumped up. Like that was an optimal time to use that nade.
Mm-hmm.
So now they're kind of we need to take that space. So as they back up to the door, push into that. Yep. So yeah, push, but don't back off, right? Like keep this space, push into them, and keep it, and swing at the door, and use this as your sustain spot. And the D.Va can push up and look to DM you while that's happening. Yep, good, good. Push, and then this is when we have them on the back foot. We have Ryan at low health. We have Zarya at low health. We need to push. We need to push up. Press W, shield up, and just walk forward into them. You demand the space because what you're doing right now is just kind of giving away a lot of space. You're basically saying, "Hey, have 75% of the point while I just hold my shield and stand still." Right. So we hold our shield, walk up.
We're the red team.
Oh shit! I am. Wow. I got flipped around when I looked at his perspective, and then I like completely lost it. Holy crap, dude!
I was like, you switched to my Ana and I was
Oh my
red.
goodness! I know that's what got me, dude. Okay, I'm good.
It's alright.
Well, then never mind. Great job taking space and being aggressive.
Yeah.
I just showed you their mistakes though, which is still good to learn from.
Yeah, no, definitely.
I get boomer brain sometimes. Don't mind me.
No, it's okay.
Okay. What happened to our Ryan there? Okay, so just kind of being over aggressive, I think here.
Is it under half me push through the door, I think?
This is good. This is good.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
what's happening here, Jack?
Yeah, and I wasn't even there to keep him up because he was out of
Bingo.
my LOS.
Exactly. LOS is
Yeah.
blocked here, so that's something we really have to take into consideration when we do push around these corners. Sure, you had Brig with you, but Brig's really only in Procking Spire and probably out of packs if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I was out of packs.
There you go. Oh, you
Yeah,
just
yeah, I
maybe
do
had
want
one, but either way, like it's hard to be in mid fight and look to like pack right away. So yeah, Brig could have used one pack, but other than that, like still like
that. It wouldn't keep
breaking
you up. Yeah.
LOS. Yeah, this is the person you don't want to break LOS up because of the constant like infinite sustain for the most part. And then Brig, you should be back with your Anna looking to peel off of the tracer. And we should be looking just kind of hold door. Hold door.
Mhm.
Nobody got the joke. I'm sad.
I don't know, unfortunately.
Game of Thrones.
Oh, Game of Thrones? No, I don't play it. Oh no, no. Was it Game of Thrones is a show, right?
Yeah, it's a show.
Yeah.
There's a guy named Hodor.
Oh, hard on.
Okay. So let's see how we play it here. And in this particular situation with the Zarya too, Anna is also not too bad. Because Anna generally kind of wants to play a little slower and wants to work with the Zarya. So it, like Anna isn't awful in this type of Zarya brawl. But yeah, with the stuff, all this different like rooms and doorways and stuff, like BAP is also
I
fantastic
could
as
use
well.
natural cover as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, but I didn't want to like completely discourage you from playing Anna. As long as we're playing a Lucio most of the time, other than this area because we don't necessarily need the speed. But yeah,
Okay.
especially if like you're a way better Anna than BAP.
I am. Yeah. No, I do. I
Okay.
have a lot more hours.
Okay.
I think here they tried to look for a TP, and then we just went back to point. Yeah. Only two of them got the TP though.
Okay. We push on the tank. Doesn't matter if they cap point. Oh. Okay. What do we do here? We split our attention big time here. Okay.
I think yeah, when the sim died.
Well, let's. Go ahead. Yeah. Is that the shot call though? Like, were you calming that for the most part? Okay. So that's really important. And to be honest, if somebody takes the TP, so let's say two take the TP and they're dropping down here and they're capping point, it's not Anna's responsibility and it's not even Briggs' responsibility to go and contest that. Okay, you guys focus on sustaining your tanks and focus on what they're trying to accomplish first and kill whoever is left and then double back to point. Doesn't matter if they cap it; it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
Like
you
they
just
cap
cap
it
it
for
back. Yeah.
yeah, cap it right back. So. We got super split here and it cost us pretty hard. Okay, another thing we could do here is sim. You want to set up a teleport here instead of using it here because I just saw you used it. You should use it to here or probably in doorway here 2 point, and so you guys can rotate better and faster. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it also allows you to play into this. So what's nice is if you guys collectively take the teleport a lot faster than them, you're already going to be set up and waiting for them to drop down. And what's nice about dropping down, let me explain what's nice about them dropping down, is they put themselves in a kill box. So as they TP and drop down here, they put themselves in a kill box. Why? Because you have an angle here, right? You have an angle here you can set up. You have an angle here you can set up. You can maybe have some back on point you can set up. So they're just getting collapsed on from a trillion different angles as they fall down. But you have to be ready and collected to do so. You can even land a fat like Anna nade, right? They're not going to be able to drop down and collect themselves. Yeah, exactly. They're not going to be able to collect themselves fast enough to even know where the Anna is. So that's how we can kind of play into that as well. That's if we have a sim. If we don't have a sim, then yes, I think we should be looking to be more aggressive and interrupt their teleport and then double back. Oh, a little scary. Okay, well the Lucio's just gonna brawl you, sure. Okay, Tracer, we got to work on our setups. So, as if you're Tracer, if you're Sombra, if you're a flanking character in general, Reaper, Genji, we have to start setting up. So, we have to start controlling our lanes, playing in here somewhere, right? Peeking every once in a while to see who's on main, and maybe considering you do have, yep, you have pulse, blink, blink, pulse bomb right into their backline and just wreck them. But you've got to be able to set up to do this. Setting up like here, right, and spamming main, it's not gonna reward you with anything. But if you're
100%.
over here and punishing the off angles and looking to be super aggressive that way, you can just recall right back to safety, and you can punish them and split their resources. So when flankers, when that type of stuff happens and you do flank that way, I want you guys to really pay attention, you DPS, when you are flankers, what you do, right? So if you have all 6 here, right? I'm not going to write all or a bunch of circles, but they are looking at the Rhine and they have to focus on this. You come over here, you take the Ash away, you take the BAP away, you take, maybe even the Diva away, just to momentarily deal with you, and the shatter could happen, right? Or something could happen
Or we could,
from
yeah, aggressively push them.
exactly. Yep. Or if they don't deal with you, right? They don't deal with this aggression, pulse bomb. Easy. Super
Yeah.
easy. They don't, or they do have a diva, but that's the only thing you'd really have to focus on. But would they see you coming from this angle? Probably not. Will they have the situational awareness? Probably not until
No,
about mid
they
diamond.
would be looking forward towards the Reinhardt, yeah.
Yep.
Fucking God, bro. Holy shit.
You good?
I keep disconnecting, so.
Oh.
I,
Did you get what I was kind of saying?
I think so, yeah. Just hold the off angle from the side and then
Yep.
keep pressuring them.
And it will force directional resources, right? So if they're looking at the Rhine this way and you come from this way, it'll force multiple people to either deal with you, and if they don't, you get a free pulse bomb. Does that kind of
Yeah.
make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
So if you're any type of flanking character, you should immediately start thinking like, okay, this is a lane and I want to control it.
Mm-hmm.
This is actually a really good rotation by Anna or Ash, and actually almost respects your attention. So if any like DPS is up here and we don't have a diva, this
I
is another
think
reason
I
why.
call it out, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay.
She has to shoot for me to notice. I wouldn't have noticed if she didn't.
I think she
So
shot
I
maybe
don't know.
once or twice yet, but I'm not.
Yeah,
Even
yeah,
if she had,
but yeah.
yeah, it's more of just like understanding you can't contest this, so pushing up this far is no longer a viable option. Which means we probably need to get to point now. Oh. Okay. Oh, would you hit? Oh, fatty. Nice. Okay. Um, let's see. I like the pulse bomb a lot. I feel like when you're in that area, you could probably use this as a momentary sustain instead of coming back to main. Does that make sense? Did you DC again?
He's muted. Yeah, he might have.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay.
Uh,
Frustrating.
or he's probably in the bathroom or something.
Uh we carry on those.
Yeah, yeah, I'll tell him about that later.
Okay. Oh. Oh.
That Ash was completely blind. She did not see me at all the entire time.
Well, in a way that would be good though, right? Like if
Yeah.
you didn't see you, that means your positioning was good. Okay. This break thing is it's making me cry a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, we'll definitely change it up. It's just that we're not really used to 2CP. We've been practicing cart a lot
Yeah.
lately. This is probably like our what, third maybe or fourth 2CP games.
And here we could probably, considering the TP strat isn't always like super meta, we can speed boost out here. We don't have to use actual speed boost, so like the E. We could just have the speed
Yeah.
aura, right, and then come out to
Yeah.
here and TP right to point. I just don't want to, like, I think it's more important to need like use it on point than to come out a short distance.
Yeah.
Oh, why did you say that?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Brig died really quickly on the other team. I think I threw a nade at her and she just instantly died. It gave us an advantage, but I think we still lost that fight. I'm not entirely sure.
I'm trying to figure out where Tracer's gonna play. I feel like over here would be a little bit more safe. Even here, it's not all that bad. I don't really blame you for getting hit by the soldier, because at least you're taking somewhat of an off angle here. Oh, yeah, you're not here, so I guess that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Hey, well, I'll talk to about somebody who is going to be here. All right, so Brig, you're up, buddy. This is all you. You need to get in here and start clapping cheeks, man. This is your domain. Like, they're in your domain. You need to be all up in this, chatting on everybody. So work to our strength, and if we have Brig, then this is our time to shine. But being back here and protecting our Ana against somebody that's not really diving too much, we need to be supporting our front line and procking Inspire. Good purple, but see how Brig's backing up. I think you got half health and you got super scared. To be fair, probably be pushing on this side, but so you're in LOS of your Ana. But yeah, we could have probably finished off both of these guys if we were just a little bit more aggressive. Yep, probably definitely could have finished off both of them. Maybe even the BAP too. Okay, so what's wrong with this comp now?
The Pharah has no air system. She
Oh,
can get picked off pretty easily.
yep. Yeah, Brig can kind of pack her somewhat, right? But let's
Yeah,
be honest,
still
Farah
it's
in the
not really
sky,
enough.
she's a slug. She's not nearly as fast as an Echo. Echo could get away with this, so Nezuko, if you in the future, if you don't like swap a Mercy or it's not communicated, I'd rather you go Echo than Farah, because then you can still get a little bit of sustain
Yeah.
and not have to really worry about it as much.
Okay.
Okay. And then also scout out where the soldier is. So if there's somebody that can contest you, you should be playing on opposite side of where they can probably contest you. Nobody here is really going to be able to contest you as long as you're playing up high enough, but you just kind of scout out where the soldier is, so then you don't have to necessarily worry about the poke damage. Because at this moment you really aren't going to get healed. Even if the Brig would have to pop up and like look at you. So it's going to be kind of difficult for you to
Yeah,
get.
I think I tried to keep him up for a bit. I'm not
Yeah,
entirely sure.
yeah. It's tough.
You know, I was
But it's good.
really low
You still
healed.
okay, yeah. You dropped, but you still got kind of picked by a soldier. But I still think you did your job for the most part. Like you pushed out a lot of damage. Yeah.
think I hit some kind of nade here. I'm not entirely sure.
This is
But
good,
they
Exalt.
do collapse. Yeah, they do really die really quickly there. I mean,
I'm
their line is just way off forward.
I'm glad you're going this aggressive. That you want to go this aggressive because I believe more in like pulling back the reins instead of making people be more aggressive. So this is really good. I don't want you to ever take this like aggression away. I want to redirect it into having better timing, okay? So what we want to wait for is for the ferret to continuously get damaged, but them to be more rotated here. I still want you to take this pathing. I still want you to be aggressive, but I want you to do it at the right time. So this isn't really going to do much for you, okay? You're kind of running into a 3v1 at this point. So just kind of wait for their next kind of vulnerable spot, and that would be right about here. And then you can look to be here and blink once and be on top of them. Oh, Exalted's not here. Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing we can do is Nezuko, if you collaborate with the Zarya and you guys look to push this, because we should be looking to probably push this by now. You could look for like a Zarya ult or a Pharah ult while bubbled. So you could probably come up here, drop down, bubble the Pharah, and look for an ult while the Tracer collapses from the backside. But the Zarya, I would even suggest probably pushing up here and just overall us being more aggressive. And looking to capitalize off of this because yeah, we're getting a lot of chip damage. I feel like we could push up on this pretty hard. Okay, that's fine. We back off. Okay, and then this would be this is a fantastic spot for goodness, I'm getting all the names wrong today. Pharah and Tracer to capitalize. So Tracer from here, Pharah over the top. And then we can kind of look to like, nano the Pharah, or we can look to, bubble the Pharah, either way. But this is kind of free spam damage area for her. So this is why I say like this is the next area that we want to look to capitalize. So then, yeah, exactly. The Ryan can start to get more aggressive. Okay. So what we could have done is just like Ryan Zarya through here, and the rest of our core. So Anna could probably play a little bit further back. Brig can play closer to our Ryan Zarya here, our Pharah over the top, and our Tracer, through the back, something like that. And then we can look to punish them just right in here. Does that kind of make sense for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Just being like
Yeah.
really proactive, not even allowing them to rotate. Because this is a really long rotation. Ooh, man, they did a great pinch play. And they used all of their ult, so it was still a fantastic pinch play by them. And I just explained how we could have pinched them and made it, more like to our advantage, but they did a good job with kind of reverse sweeping us there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We could be. I like that we have. We're rallying. I like that we're rallying to start the engagement too. That's really good. I want us to get in the practice of this because rally is insanely broken. So that's good. But we also have a grav, right, that we could equally be really aggressive with. We can put it on top of Ryan. We could, look to expose the DM of the D.Va, and then, look to do that. We could probably shatter here, right? This is so free for a shatter, like super, super free. We could even drop down and look to like Pharah. There's a lot of things that we can like engage with. So let's see how we kind of do this. I just feel like we rallied. Okay, damn, right as I say that. Great job. Okay. So great chatter. That's exactly what I was looking for. Bingo. All right. Yeah, that's exactly. I just explained verbatim what you guys did. So I mean, I'm good with it. Okay, good. Good. Pharah around the back. Nice. Okay. So Pharah, Nezuko, don't come back here. You come up here. So you never want to be caught like indoors like this because you're gonna get punished
Uh,
pretty hard.
yeah, always on the outdoor.
Yeah, yeah, yep. Just like like all these are always like in the gaps, right? Like here, like here. So you should be, like where my camera is, you should probably be like here, right? So like here and just spamming, or up over spam. Any of these areas is really good. You can come through here and spam in here, but you just never want to go inside unless
Yeah.
they're all like, let's say the whole crew is like right here. Then yes, you could come through the back and look to like barrage. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yes. Okay. Uh, is Mr.
Mm,
Exalted back?
I might have reconnected, but I'm not entirely sure if he even is on the computer.
All right.
But I think we could just sleep this off for now. I think
Yeah.
not until he answers. Yeah, we could just move on to the next map.
Okay. Um, okay. So not bad that you had a plan. I'm glad you're definitely thinking about it. And it was relatively solid except for a couple things. Okay. Anna and Zen want to be with the Zarya. So this is a core. This is like the main core here. Always. So wherever the Zarya rotates, the two should be back here. Because the reason that being is because the monkey is going to jump onto platform and they will have free roam to be able to heal you for the most part. And you should be able to get bubbled, all of the above, right? So the Zarya core is going to push while you're pushing. It should never be you should never be soft diving while they're like mid rotation. You know what I mean? Yes, you'll soft dive initially, and the Ana can kind of stay here for a quick second to make sure you're okay after the first soft dive. But then she needs to get rotated with her squad. Then on the second dive, you dive onto the platform, and the support should be able to support you. You should be able to get bubbled. While on the first soft dive, the tracer goes through here and comes up bridge and looks to pinch. So the monkey
Right.
should dive main. The core should be pushing from the side, and the tracer should be pushing from the other side. Of course, the widow could be up here, also contributing here or like to the back.
Yeah, and thing is, the pillar was not even like good enough for me to stay alive. I think I did get like consistently damaged by the Sigma, so like it wasn't
You're just
really.
yeah, you're never gonna be able to survive through an Orisa, a Sigma, a Torb, a Widow, a Bap, right? There's no way you can peek anything during that situation, and the only thing that they can shoot while all this is happening, rotations, all that, is you. So if you peek for
Yeah.
a second, you're dead. There's just no question about it.
Yeah, no, I
Uh,
mean I wasn't even peeking, and I was still getting damaged.
Yeah, you get orbed, you get like everything under the sun is gonna come your way, because it's all about directional resources, right? It's all about these guys are bunkered up, they want to shoot one way, and the only one way is this way, right? Through anything. All of their directional damage is coming to those hallways. So it's nearly impossible for anybody to stay back here without a shield. So that's why you generally want to rotate so you can avoid all of that, and you also have the safety of your Zarya. Like you're not gonna really push into that, And this also goes back to this is a bad pick. We don't want Zen because what is Zen really going to help us do where that a Brig can't, right? A Brig in here can help us brawl out. And if anybody decides to push us in here, we're kind of dead without a Brig. But if you want to try to push a Brig Zarya, good luck, buddy. You're going to die. There's no question about it. You pressure a Zen Zarya, that's a lot easier to do. So that's another reason why Brake's just insanely good because she can come out of these areas and brawl her face off and basically clear the entire platform. Of course, you have the Widow, but a pocket of Widow isn't great to be honest with you because if she gets body shots, I guess it's okay. I mean, I don't know. Pocketing a Widow's not all
still
that great.
value is the same to squish
Yeah,
you. So.
exactly. So
Yeah.
it's like that's why I'm not a big fan of the pocket. So but do we kind of understand why break here and how we'd rotate regardless, even if there was a Zen Ana?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we just definitely want to think of them as different cores, and a Tracer
Well,
would.
find a way to pinch.
Yep, exactly, in a pinch, right? So like if it was Ball instead, it would be more like, and we were playing let's like Ball Diva, for example. The Tracer and the Ball would come through here, and then we'd look to roll through and roll them off the platform, while the Diva and the Brig and the Ana come from the other side. So yeah, that once again it would kind of create a pinch. So
Yeah.
it's kind of the same concept. It's just with a monkey is you just engage a little differently. That's all. So the monkey, of course, like I said, you want to soft dive, gain the space, drop your have projected bubble from Zarya, drop your own personal bubble, drop down, wait, or come back here. It doesn't matter. Wait in this little area, and then as they rotate, you can jump. Another option is you drop your bubble, your personal bubble here. You let your backline rotate. So your Zarya, your preferably Brig and Ana come through here. Your Tracer comes out back this way, just blinks in, easy peasy. And then you stay in here, you dive. When you dive, your Zarya core pushes from here, your Tracer pushes from here. And we just look to pinch hard and basically kill the Sigma, Orisa, and or Torb. Okay?
Yeah, sounds good.
Oh, sorry. I mean, I didn't mean to like say just Tracer. Like Widow can work here. It's definitely not awful, but Widow would just have to be super late and almost peak nothing because, like I said, the direction, right? She has no sustain. She doesn't have an ability or a shield to sit behind, so it's going to be insanely hard for her to peak to get any type of value through this into a spam. So that's why I believe like Tracer is just overall kind of better. But I do not think Widow is a bad pick here by any means. I just think with the comp that you're running with, it's a little bit more difficult to work with. Nice shot.
Yeah, he clapped him there.
Okay, this is good. So this is good. Then where's our other support or Zen? Where's our Zen? Dead, huh? Yep. Okay. Ooh.
Yeah, I really hated my position there, and then I ended up dying trying to make it over to the other side because I was getting picked off from the middle pillar by Sigma.
Okay, good. Soft dive. We're rotated, but we just keep getting picked. And this is what I mean by we can't really peek anything because we're not really rotated yet. Once the monkey's in, even with Primal, right? Like the monkey jumps in, he's got Primal, the Zarya is pushing in from the side. That's when the Widow can peek up and look to do something. But until then, I wouldn't even try. Even if you can get a pick on the Widow, what does it matter, right? So if you just kill a Widow, you've essentially just kind of done nothing. You've just evened the playing field. That's really about it.
Yeah, she
You
wasn't
haven't
even
actually
doing
brought
anything to begin with. So
yeah, you actually kind of brought value to the enemy team, in my opinion, because it just got rid of a threat during rotation, and now all they have to worry about is just rotation. They're in a prime spot to just spam us out, and they have the res, right? So they actually completely just I want you guys like you guys understand this, right? That you like by popping up here and killing the widow, it brought 0 value. Like it
Yeah,
actually
especially
they
with the
got
rest
more
being
value out of
present.
it. Exactly. You swapped a res for now they have a widow and they're right back in the fight.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I slept her here as well, so.
But so now the backline playing way too passive. We got to push up. We got to rotate. We got to do something, right? And this is why I don't like this rotation is because the only option you have is literally coming through here, and it's just a bad rotation option. It doesn't give you options to actually rotate properly. The other option would be coming up here, but by the time you actually get properly rotated to up here,
Yeah, the
you're
team would already be dead.
your team's dead. Yeah, exactly. So this is another reason why like coming down main is just not a very good option. This doesn't give you LOS of your team at all. Like you'd have to come all the way up here just to shoot Monkey and or Zarya.
Yeah, but then I'm completely open to the enemy team as well,
Exactly.
so.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you were up here and rotated through here with a Zarya, you'd have the entire field, right? You'd have the entire field to look and try to
Yeah.
heal your team. So yeah, just fix the rotations and we're good to go. And if you were rotated properly, you probably could have nanoed Monkey a lot earlier in the fight as well.
Yeah.
This is good. I like this. I like this a lot. It's just that it's a little early because nothing's really happening quite yet. See, this is what I mean by too early because you took the surprise factor away. They scouted you out, and then by the time you actually got to an optimal spot, they pushed you out, and now you're down here when things are actually happening. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
So you're out of the fight because you showed yourself early, and now you put yourself in a bad spot while things are going down, and you could actually get the value that you're looking for. Yeah, I really do feel like if the backline were just to fix the rotations, I feel like this would be a completely different fight. How you doing?
Yeah,
Better
I'm still
now?
disconnecting.
What's that?
I'm still disconnecting randomly. I don't
That
know why.
sucks. Are you on mobile?
No, I'm on my laptop.
Ah. And look, the rotation happened. And how much you want to bet we actually cap this? Because we rotated properly.
Yeah.
Bingo.
I think this is where we win it.
Bingo. This is exactly what we needed to do. Exactly what we needed to do. Yeah, okay, you died from the widow, but the damage is already done.
Yeah.
It allowed the Zen, and let's not forget the Zen dishes out shit tons of damage. So him being up here and being able to discord anybody he wants is also a huge bonus.
Yeah.
That's the benefit of having a Zen Ana. It's very greedy, yes, and it doesn't have the tools. Right, there's weaknesses. Obviously, it can't brawl out when you need to, but
But
the
it does have some
advantages.
value to it, yeah.
Exactly. When you rotate properly and you give him a good LOS, he'll dink heads super hard.
Yeah.
Okay, how do we feel like we should attack this fight? Now that we kind of know about
Going
core
to-
rotations, go ahead.
Yeah, so what I mean, I did think of a different plan, but Zankro decided to do something different. I want to go obviously with his terms just in case if he had a better plan. So my plan was for me, Zen, and Nazaria to rotate to the left side,
Yeah.
and for the monkey, right where the door when we rotate, he jumps into the middle of point. Um, but we would have to be just a little bit out. So we already have to be inside, right? And the monkey just has to wait on the door. As soon as we have LOS on the team from the side, the monkey jumps in the middle. The Zarya bubbles him, and we just keep him alive until he, gets whoever is behind the Orisa shield. So we technically do pinch them
And
in a
what
way.
about the Tracer and the Genji?
The tracer could be the tracer could either going be down main since after they would be focusing the side that we're pinching them from, so the tracer could make it through the middle, but I think it would be better for her to go through the right.
Right. Okay. What about
Yeah.
Genji?
The Genji, did he have yeah, he did have blade. If we did have nano, he could have probably just literally nano bladed mid. Like literally just dash where the monkey's going to go from the door. So if you go in close to the door there on the left, so it would be yeah. So here, no, not this door. Yeah, not this area, but that door next to it on the left.
Oh, from here.
Yeah. So he would dash up. He would dash up, and I would nano him. He would get on point with monkey, and it could be a complete team kill.
That's fantastic. I don't have a problem with that. It's exactly how you should tackle this point.
Yeah.
But there is a small problem. The core is these three, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
they all need to
Yeah, we
rotate.
already
here.
need to be there. Yeah. For that
Yeah.
to happen. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Tracer could come through here because she doesn't have LOS, and she could look to come through here and
Either
bomb.
through middle right. Yeah.
Okay, exactly. And then that the Genji being here and dashing up, I'm fine with that. Monkey being here and jumping in, I'm fine with that too. So yes, this is perfect, but we need to make sure everybody is on board and understanding what's happening.
Yeah.
But there's one small problem here when you mentioned Nanoblade, right?
Mm-hmm. I did mention that already. Yes.
Yeah, and that's a great point, right? But what do we need? How do we fix this?
We need to play a little bit passive to build the ult.
Bingo.
Yeah.
So what we do is we stay here. You tell your monkey, stand main, take poke. Just literally
take
take
some
poke for
damage,
free.
yeah, to heal up and get a charge. Yeah, exactly.
Get your nano blade, and then right after that, start rotating, and play it out exactly how you said, right? Zarya, Zen, Ana here, Genji here, Tracer coming through here and coming through the back. Monkey could literally come through here. It doesn't matter. Can come through, here. It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
I'm okay with that. But you collapse on him like that with a nano blade, you've won the fight. There's just absolutely no question about it.
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah,
But I think we went with something
right plan.
completely different here. Yeah. So.
Yeah, but that never happened. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I had it in mind, but I never got to execute it. So it's whatever though.
But
I
you
think
have
we
the
still
right
end up,
mind. That's
winning
good.
the fight.
We're painting the picture for the rest of the team too, so they could understand like that's what it's supposed to look like.
Yeah, I mean, our Genji gets picked off here, and we had to back off. I think I don't even make it out. Yeah,
And that's another thing, like rotating, right? We're able to rotate with a brig and don't have to worry about the tracer because the brig's gonna fight the tracer off, and against a Zen, like that's super punishable. So running a tracer into a Zen Ana is just gonna poop on him hard because all the tracer has to do is come in through here and just one clip your Zen or one clip your Ana and you're done. So that's another. I keep mentioning the brig, man, but it's just so strong with the strengths and
funny
trying
enough,
to stuff.
the Zen's hitbox is really big compared to especially for a tracer.
Zen has its moments. It's fantastic character, but I feel like it's just well played with a ball.
Yeah, he's situational. Yeah, it's not always good.
He's insane with a ball, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, now we have a bunch of ultimates. Let's see how we play this out. Good. You do go with the Zarya. This is fantastic. This is exactly what we wanted to play out. This is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think this fight we do execute. Yeah, this is somewhat to the same, but
we definitely want to look to Nano Monkey. But let's see here, because I feel like Jackie just took a face ton of damage. But why did we take so much damage? Okay, you already okay. So a large problem is you're already half health before you're even engaging, right? So I would actually jump in and just look to primal immediately. I know it sounds crazy, but honestly, you need to survive. Uh, did you even you had your bubble up though, didn't you? Yeah, you did. You never even popped your bubble down. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, good. Got his Zarya ult off. Yep, good. Okay. Good. All right, we pulled it off. We knew what we were doing. Good shot calling for the most part, but it just took us a while to get there. Our execution needs to work.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what though, as I know I keep saying this, but as we go up in SR, this isn't gonna happen anymore. Don't expect this. Like this is gonna be a Monkey Diva. This is gonna be a Monkey Zarya. This is gonna be, like a really
Yeah.
heavy dive comp, and playing this into it, you're going to get deleted almost immediately, and you're also going to have a tracer for the most part. Like they're going to be pretty dive heavy on this point because there's really no other way to kind of play this point in the current meta. So
Yeah.
expect to get clapped with this backline. On attack, it can work a little bit better, right? Because you're not being aggressed onto. Most of the time, double shield is still pretty meta on defense.
Yeah.
I find this a little too passive because I feel like it's a little too hard to land nades in this area. So you probably want to go somewhere around like right here.
Yeah. I mean, I do rotate somewhere in between like this high ground and where I am.
Okay.
Because they do take the right engagement, so I had to go up to that little platform, so I can get LOS properly. So you'll see them rotating here.
Okay. So Jack, make sure that we understand where our kill box is, and our kill box is more like out in the open, right? We want Widow to get the value from the off angle. We want Tracer to either come through here, a little risky, and or probably actually come back around and maybe play somewhere in here. But either way, you can even play up here if you want to. I don't know, but there's a couple different ways you can play it. I like that you're also contesting the Widow and making her life hell because you can easily 1v1 the Widow. So I'm okay with that as well. But either way, like we have to understand where our value is. And we also have a Zen, right? So a Zen can't necessarily like push a large amount of damage through the corridor with double shield. You kind of want you want the Zen damage coming from the front to break the shields, but you also like to create a very like strong force from the front and a lethality like from the front. But that means Widow's just going to get that much more value. But we got to back off to allow that to kind of happen.
Let's see.
Nice. Okay, Tracer. I love it, Tracer, dude. Dude, you're playing really aggressive. Did you always play this aggressive, or did I coach you into being this aggressive?
You told me to flank this one time on one map, and I just decided to do that always.
I love
Most-
your aggression. It doesn't even matter if you're like not one clipping and tracking amazingly. It's the fact that you're so aggressive. Like I love this aggression because I feel like it gets insane amounts of value at the right time. So I did go over a little bit of a point on Li Jiang where you just didn't have the right timing per se. Like this aggression is fantastic, but they're not in their kill box yet, right? So they're not out here where our widow could have gotten value, and they're
Yeah, he
pushed
has
out
more
to
potential
multiple
to be
angles.
dead because they're
Exactly.
gonna be focusing on.
Now they exactly they can force their directional resources to the tracer to deal with him. You want to be pushed out where then they're exposed to multiple angles of threat, and then the tracer coming from the back is that much more lethal. Does that kind of make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. But I love the aggression, dude. Don't ever stop this type of aggression. It's going to get you immense amounts of value. We just have to work on your engage timing, and you'll be good. Still not quite there. A lot closer, right? They're taking chunks of damage, but you still wasn't quite there to go in.
Yeah.
Right? When they were all low, that would have been the excellent time
Mm-hmm.
to go in and finish and clean up. Okay. I like that what you're doing now, Jack. Like you're soft diving, you're baiting them into space. It's exactly what you want to do. And yeah, you're playing exactly how you need to play. Very good. You're also building Zarya charge. Zarya push in. Perfect. Good. Push. Good. Tracer, you need to be in there. Bingo. This is very, very good. Sorry, Skilly, I didn't watch how you died. That's
Yeah,
unfortunate. I think you're in
I
bad
think
positioning.
I dropped. Yeah, I think I dropped and I tried to rotate. Slept the Reaper, but still died. And then I called for the Widow because the soldier was rotating
Now,
to get up to the high ground.
Oh
I think
yeah,
they
he
were trying to
picked me
go
off
after me,
first.
but then
Why? Why? s- Why drop there?
oh no, I accidentally dropped. I didn't mean to.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah. So rotation left side, regardless, very, very bad idea. You might have maybe been looking for a nade or something. I'm not quite sure.
Yeah.
Being this aggressive though at the wrong time. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a time and
Yeah.
place to do it, and I feel like this is a bad time. You probably should have went like well, I guess there's really no other way, huh? Shit, I forgot
No,
there's not
I
enough
wanted to
stairs
go
here.
upstairs. Yeah, so that was really the
Yeah,
only way for me to do that. Yeah.
I gotcha. Either way,
Yeah.
staying back here, like not working in the building because you don't necessarily own that space. You know what I mean? You own. Let me kind of draw it out for you. You own all of this space, right? Like technically.
Yeah. Yeah.
You own most of that, and then obviously here, right? But you don't own any of the building. You can't really, no one from your team can support you inside the building. So I feel like that
Yeah,
rotation
no,
was
I
very
know,
risky.
yeah, I know I messed up the minute I went through
Good.
there, yeah.
Good. Let's see, where else could you have played though? I mean, I guess back on point, like really far back on point, like in here, would probably be really your only option, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's why dropping off of here is just detrimental. Like it's really bad to drop off of here because then you can't, do much.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I want to see how this front line worked out. Oh, we didn't primal. Tragic.
Yeah.
Still felt like we could have. So the one thing that we have to know is like, or at least start thinking about is if you're primal, you get an immense amount of health, right? The Zarya was relatively healthy, and look at how radiant this Zarya is, right? I can see it from a mile away. This is gonna burn people. I mean, absolutely, scorch the cheeks, right? So if you're in, and you have the tracer with you, that's a lot of damage being pushed in their face.
The fucking Reaper.
See, and then you using ultimate here, it would have been much more worth it if you primaled and actually, attempted to hold point there instead. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that time Sarah said he didn't realize we lost the two supports, so he used the gravity.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we got primal. We got pulse bomb, which we should good. You sure? You're already thinking, okay, I'm gonna look to get a sneaky little off angle and pulse bomb. Hopefully, is that what you're doing?
Yeah, I forgot what happened here. Yeah, I think they pushed the left side and post bomb.
Good, good, good. Ooh. I didn't really get anything from it. That's okay.
Yeah, I missed on my post bombs.
Okay. So one thing we want to look at to Primal for is obviously survival, right? But like, so when you think of Primal, what do you think, Jack? Like, how do you think of Primal? How do you think it should be used? Okay.
Yeah, this position is what I was gonna say. Yeah.
And also survival though, right? Like it could be used
Yeah.
for survival, and then once you get in, you start displacing, and the people that get the value from it is obviously the Genji and the Tracer. It's not necessarily you. Sure, you can like rack somebody up into a wall and they never leave, right? But the Tracer and the Genji get an immense amount of value from it because it's chaos, right? Like these people capitalize off of chaos. They love chaos. And if you're around slapping the backline around, especially into somebody that wants to bunker up behind a shield, that's a heyday for them. So make sure that if you are going to engage with it, that you could just slap people around the Tracer Genji or just get that stuff up. So of course within our LOS, so we want to stay within LOS. We want to make sure that we're an LOS of Ana. But if they do try to push in, that's what we want to capitalize on. We don't necessarily want to contest, like be in this type of LOS because we're really not going to do much, especially because the Genji went down. Um, but we want to look to like let them push in and make them kind of feel comfortable and then collapse on them. Ooh, rough. Okay. Okay. Mizuko, the very first thing you should think is bongo. So I've seen a couple of you guys on a couple different maps. You'll just like walk right by the bongo. The bongo should be the one and only thing that is the most important part when you're on an off link. Oh hey, how you doing there, buddy?
Uh, I'm sorry that Bungo is Orisa's old, right? I don't understand
Yes.
the
Yeah. Yeah.
meaning.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yep.
okay, yeah.
Yep. This is like bongos, like drum. So it looks like a drum, so people call it bongo.
Yeah, people bongo.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That should be your number one focus. So if you're on the off angle, it's not necessarily Mercy, it's not even BAP, it's bongo. Why? Because everybody's collectively getting a large amount of boost from it, right? So the faster that goes down, the faster their advantage goes down in its entirety. And this thing lasts for an eternity. So collectively, they have a lot more force against us. You shut that down, and then you carry on to other things. Okay, bongo is a very high priority. And we already know kind of not to primal while you're nanoed, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think when I nanoed him, I didn't actually think he would primal. So I'm not entirely sure if he primaled beforehand. Oh, yeah, he just did right before he jumped. I thought he was gonna jump without primaling, but he I think did.
Okay. Yeah, it's about the same time. It's all good. It happens.
Yeah.
Do we win this?
I think we do. Yeah.
Wow. Disc, right? Okay, good. Nice, nice. Very nice.
Yeah. I mean, they were just messy. Yeah, they weren't even together either. So.
Okay. Now we're thinking about, we have Blade, we have Zen. So another option, if you have these two up, I mean, you can team these two up and actually still do relatively well, because you can keep the Genji alive through the entirety of Blade. So
Yeah.
something to consider, if that's like your last option. 1 second.
Mhm.
At this time I thought Anna has nano, so I dash out, but
So
I
so
didn't
what
press
he
my tech.
did, yeah. So I told him
That's my
I was
fault.
building nano, not habit. He's like, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, give me it. He already dashed up.
No, it's not even that. All right, it's not that. It's not even that. Jack, why do you sound so sad? Like you're getting beaten on or something? Ah, okay. No worries. I was like, man, you sound sad. No, it's not even that. It's I have a big rule of thumb with this type of aggression. I feel like you guys should definitely know it by now, and after this VOD, you're gonna know it after. This is kind of like one of my pet peeves. What do you think we're doing wrong here?
Okay, so the Tracer I think is in an okay position if she blinks the charge that gets the soldier, but I think it's because no one is engaging. They're gonna be hard focusing the Genji, especially
Bingo!
him dashing first.
Bingo!
So yeah, we need to. Someone needs to engage, especially the monkey and Azaria first before the Genji even does anything.
What? Yeah, 110%. Because the reason being, we're lucky this wasn't a nanoed Genji, because then we're throwing 2 ultimates away, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have a big problem with doing this, and then the Genji just inting in 1v6 because you're just yeeting 2 ultimates away and completely
Yeah.
wasting them
I
if you
think
get
we
locked
end
down.
up grabbing here actually, and it does come out okay.
Right, and that's good. I mean, we could grab first though, right? You grab first, and then you
Exactly.
can
Yeah.
play it
Yeah.
into it.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want to do. Even if this was a nano, still a big no-no. You still need your monkey in. You still need to actually get
Someone
value.
needs to be engaging beforehand.
Exactly. There needs to be chaos. You thrive as Genji from chaos. And if you're blading into it, there's no way you don't get value. And the reason why I have such a pet peeve with this is, once again, I'm going to keep saying it over and over and over. I need you guys to build habits, like proper habits. And as you go up in SR, you're going to get absolutely slapped down and denied every time you do this, because they're going to have better communication, better reaction time, and they are going to just shut you down. So if you have better,
Yeah.
Habits on making sure the monkey's in, then you blade, then you're just always gonna get value from it.
And even if he engaged first and like didn't die, like the Baptiste had the lamp and he wouldn't gotten much value out of the blade anyways and died with it. As
Yeah.
soon as he dashed
Exactly.
into the team.
Exactly.
Yep, yep. And you could bubble. Like, that's one thing you could do, is maybe bubble, and I'd be okay with it. But yeah. See, and that's not even a good team, and they shut you down, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's just bad. It's like textbook exactly why you don't do that. So Nezuko, I never, ever, ever, ever want to see you do that again. Like, that's just bad habits. You won't climb in scrims. You won't climb in ladder. That will never happen. That will never come out good for you. Maybe once in like 10 times. Okay, so fix
Yes.
that. I feel like you're gonna be. I mean, you have great mechanics. There's no question, but we just gotta fix those DPS mistakes for sure. Okay, you guys do great right after. That's fine. I mean, you got the grab off.
Yeah, we end up stomping them here. Yeah.
Yep. It's just like, okay, let's just say we could have won off of 1 ult instead of 2, right?
Yeah.
We could have won off the
definitely.
blade. Nice. Good nano. Punish there. This is fantastic. This is fantastic. So tell me, Skilly, why was this a good idea? Why engage here?
Okay, so wait, can you go back to my view to remember what happens here? Because I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so I was calling for a nade. As soon as the nade hits, I need the monkey to jump in and I'll nano him. So that's I was calling to look for a nade beforehand. As soon as he did that, of course, I nanoed him in, and I was just basically trying to focus whoever got antied and whoever's low. And I was just trying to make my way around here.
Let me add some more knowledge, like macro knowledge to it though, okay? The reason why
Right.
this is so good is because you caught them in rotation. Dive
Yeah.
against a brawl or a spam, they're most vulnerable in rotation,
Is when
right?
they're rotating. Yeah.
Exactly. So as they're
Yeah, because they're not
rotating, they're
stationary.
super exactly. They can't be collectively together, right? They don't have shields that they can just bunker up. Orisa doesn't want to dedicate a shield here anywhere in rotation, right? She wants to dedicate it
Yeah.
to a
Yeah. Of
set
course.
location. So that being said, um, that is why like punishing them in rotation is fantastic. Like this was a great call, but I just want to make sure you understand why on a macro sense it was a great call.
Yeah.
So then in the future when we're playing spam into or dive into spam, you can start to think, okay, how can I punish them in rotation? For example, like
Mhm.
Li Jiang Gardens, when those open areas that I was showing you for Farah,
Yeah.
those are great
Yes, I remember.
areas. Yeah,
Yeah.
those are great areas to punish a spam comp in rotation if they were playing a spam comp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that
Yeah.
would be another example of a good spot to dive them.
Yeah,
Um,
and thing is, I saw the shield was actually like a bit open. Yeah, so you can see there was a little bit open in there. They did the shield wrong, so that's when I yeeted it in and waited for the monkey to jump in for him to be nanoed. And of course, it got bubbled and well, we cleaned up.
and it's good the backline. Yeah, great. I'm glad you guys pushed a little too late though, in my opinion. I feel like the Anna and the Zen could have pushed up here a lot earlier, but I mean that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think he had the nano, so he could have been, a little bit more sustained while we,
Yep, yep.
try to
He also had primal if you needed it, right? So
exactly. Yeah.
okay, primal probably no. Okay, sustain. Okay, this is a spot where you generally want to Zen alt. You have even if it was still, we got lucky that we killed the soldier, right? But we also got lucky that their core didn't even aggress at the same time. This is a solo act. This is what Nezuko just did on Genji, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah, he
same thing.
progressed without the team engaging. Yeah, and
exactly.
just got
But
focused.
what if the team went in? Then we definitely needed an alt here. Like that would have been life saving. We would have definitely been able to sustain that, and we would have been all right. So definitely, like when you hear even the audio of the soldier alt, you should be thinking, okay, I need to have my reactive vault for that. To react to their ultimates. So and that and like a Sigma alt, you generally want to like save it for that too.
Thing is, we were like 500 SR difference or something. Because we were 2.0 and they were 2.5. And I'm not exactly. I didn't expect their team to play this bad, like uncommunicated.
Here's the thing though, like now that I'm cleaning you guys up and making you kind of understand a lot of macro sense, you'd be
We can
surprised
match against hires. Yeah,
way
we
higher.
can.
Yeah. It's always happened. That's what I'm telling you guys. Like when I went into the coaching class, these teams were pretty low and they were highly unorganized. Once I come in here, teach you guys the macro concepts, clean your comps up, clean your comms up, clean your leadership up, it becomes a
Mhm.
different team, and you guys start performing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, no, we loved this. Like, we were literally enjoying every little bit of this entire thing, and even for the rest of the maps, because we literally won every single one.
What other maps do we have? We had Oasis, and that was it, right?
Kings
No,
Row,
Kings.
Rialto.
Kind of want to
Uh,
for Kings. This one isn't
you
as.
could you could do, yeah, Kings Row, because Oasis I think was their pick or our pick. I don't remember.
No, this
It was ours. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Yeah. And here, of course, we practiced this rotation many times,
Yep.
and I even like also added not to jump through this window just in case you don't get damaged while the Ryan shield is
Yeah,
dropping down.
here the maze wall
So
is
we
really interesting. He blocks every
oh, we're
corner.
catching it. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
not this
That was
one. Okay.
defending, that was defending.
So if I mean, once again, we could get walled here, right? And split, and a good team is
yeah,
gonna play statue and push you. Okay, so
yeah.
that's something we have to be prepared for on this rotation. But considering they're playing a spam comp with a mercy, they don't have the ability to push you. But you didn't scout this out before you actually did this, right? So this could potentially go very bad for you if we're
I
consistently
think
rotating this way.
someone, I think I think we had someone looking above and said there
Yeah,
was a Hanzo, but
yeah.
there was
From
also
up
a Mei, so it
above,
didn't matter anyhow. Yeah, but yeah, I
I
can see what
like
you're saying.
found like 3 of them. I told the team there was like 3 of the characters. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So if you saw Mercy, then
Mhm.
bingo. Like this rotation's fantastic because you can look to clear the high ground and it's going to go well for you. But another thing that could go well for you is literally just going through here and pushing the Mercy, pushing the Bab, pushing everybody here because they cannot outbrawl you. Your brawl is significantly better. So that's that's an option. But I like the fact that you went through here because you just pushed all the high ground out and then just looked to collapse on them. You pretty much wiped all this out and then dropped. So yeah, pretty well done.
I think we even killed someone in the process of doing that.
Yes.
Was it the D.Va? It was probably the D.Va.
I think it was D.Va and Bap when we were playing up top.
Yeah.
Got a little split here. Got a little sloppy.
Yeah, we
had
did. Yeah, because of the wall. Yeah, but
So-
yeah, we
so
did make
coach,
it upstairs, though.
Actually, this strategy is comes from the Darius. He said our purpose to go this way is for setting the DPS one hit scan and one support
One
on the high
healer
ground.
on the high
Yeah,
ground.
and the rest of team drop off.
Yeah, you could put Anna. You could put Anna soldier up here, and then
Yes.
you could look to drop down. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that's not bad.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, that was the plan for it initially. Yeah.
The only problem that I was saying that was like if they wall here, right? They wall us and then they push us because we're split. That's the only problem I have because a lot of teams are going to play a straight up brawl, like a Mei brawl, and if they scout you coming through here because they will play statue. Better teams will play statue because it gives them better rotation options, right? They have like the ability to contest. They have the ability to wall here. They have the ability to wall here. They have the ability to wall here.
Actually, no. Yeah, so now that you mentioned it, we were actually like beforehand, the first time that we came up with this, we were supposed to go through the normal choke, like in the front of statue. But with Mei playing close to that wall with a Reinhardt, she could just wall off the first or the second person to walk through, and the team would get split.
Yep.
So I didn't really find it safe. It was more risky than to go through the window.
You mean coming through here?
Yeah, coming through here, yeah, we can get walled if the Mei is playing close. So I'm not entirely sure, even though that's not really possible.
It's true if you're playing like, see that like I'm kind of split because if you know they have a Mercy, your brawl's just going to be significantly better. There's just no question about that. I just worry about like if we get split here, that's really going to be our only issue, and or if we play into like a hard spam comp that just spams us the entire duration of coming through here, coming through here, coming through here. But it's not a bad strat. Like if you guys want to continue to work on this and perfect it, it's not going to always. Sometimes it's not going to go your way, especially like I said, a better team that just walls off, like scouts you for one. You should always be scouting. So as D.Va should be like up here and like scouting a team and ready to know what they are playing right out the bat. So if you're scouted by a good team up here and they see that you're come through hotel, that plan's kind of over for you because then they're just going to wall you and push you, and it's going to be very difficult to do anything past that. But like on the neutral, if you want to use this as like your surprise factor, and like if it works once, great, but I wouldn't reenact it the second time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta pick different approaches.
Yeah. But I feel like if you want to keep it on the neutral and really like try to perfect it, I'm okay with it. I'm just letting you know how it can get shut down and potential, like scouting and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean here the Mercy was just off course. So.
I got a little scary, but we're good. Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. You guys practice it. It looked collected. It looked clean. It looked damn near intimidating.
Yeah.
Oh, fat shatter. Just the fattest
Yeah,
shatter
that
ever.
was insane here. Yeah. No, just looking for a cleanup.
We just pushed them into just like next year.
Just pushed him to spawn. Yeah, that's actually really.
And then
far.
give up space slowly. That's good. And then
yeah, here I called out to play around the corner for this here until like the car comes in to her.
Nezuko, you can do a couple things here, okay? Depending on where they're playing. If they decide to, like, if you guys decide to play back here for any reason, this flank is fantastic. If they decide to play, like, if you guys are playing like here, you can actually start to run around
Yeah,
and
to get a
take this
yeah.
angle. And if we use this corner and look to play off of it, you can get value from the back as well. Because you just want to, like I said, you want to think of yourself as like a tracer, a wide angle tracer that just like plays super, super aggressive. But if they push you, you literally just lock the legs and run around, right? You just run away. So it's very difficult to punish a soldier, especially on a tracer, right? Or especially on a mercy, right? Because they're not going to be able to get to you. So all you have to do is just like once they commit to you, just run away. But other than that, come right back and be a pain in the butt. Just like constantly pressure their like 180 if you preferably, but if not, at least pressure their 90 like at all times and just
Yeah.
utilize the flanks.
Understand.
Yes, so I think with their type of comp, Mercy is actually kind of a comfort pick. Like it's not necessarily good for the comp they're running.
Not good at all. No, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
they
So
don't have
it was
speed.
just a comfort pick that they had.
Hanzo's not bad because Hanzo can get quite a few
Hanzo's
picks.
fine, yeah.
Yeah, but Mercy's really bad because like it doesn't allow the Ryan and the Diva to really do much. Also, your Mei's very clunky, very slow. Your Bap's very slow. Like everybody in the comp is very slow. Like Lucio's ran for a reason because it helps like a lot of your comp besides Diva get to where they need to go and push aggression. If you want to capitalize, you could get a fat shatter and you want to capitalize, you can't just go to Lucio's speed and get your team there to capitalize. You could land a fattest shot in the world, but if you never actually push up and take advantage of it, you're never really going to be able to do so, right? So Lucio just fits the Brawl style because you want to be able to press speed when you need to. And pocketing one tank is not really going to get you there.
Hmm.
Very
I mean,
nice.
this Ryan is smoking something. I don't know why would he would charge.
Which Ryan's smoking
No,
something?
the other
I feel like
Ryan.
I feel like
The
your
other
Ryan's
Ryan.
smoking something too, dude. He's like he's on crack.
I
He's
mean,
just
yeah, we did. Yeah.
he's running it down, dude.
No, he's smoking the good shit. The other
Yeah,
Ryan
he
is
is.
not.
Nezuko, this is pretty good for you. So I'm not a big fan of Soldier because Soldier is like has a hard time on this map because you can't really get those like 90-degree angles. But if you're looking to clear this out with your Zarya, that'd be fantastic because then you can utilize this off angle here. So it's good that you're taking space with your Zarya, supporting your Zarya on the flank and trying to push that space out. Okay, not so sure about the Mei ult though, but that's okay.
I was just thinking. I
We don't
might as
talk about
well.
those.
Might as well push everyone away from it because if they get onto it, they stop the payload. So
Good, it's good. Well played, gentlemen. Okay. Poo poo. Oh wait, no. Wait, you just went to a different character. You're trying to debate me here. What are you doing? Okay, I'm gonna go with poo poo. So we want a Lucio here for sure.
instead of
Yeah,
Bap, yeah.
definitely.
Or yeah, instead of Ana.
And I think Widow and Brawl, just not good to be honest with you.
I
Like
didn't
it's
go
really
Widow. I didn't
difficult.
go Widow.
Okay, cool.
it was just for her
Okay, cool.
scouting.
Okay, fair enough. So what could you guys do right now? Now that you know that they're going on that flank.
We could wall
Go
off
to
some of
the,
the
the
members
wall.
and go just push
Exactly,
forward.
right? Now we know how to
Yeah.
counter it. So Mei,
He
you're
cucked
playing
the entire
perfectly.
team here. He actually just cucked the entire team.
Bro, my walls.
Yeah, during the
constantly
whole rotation.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't even get to do it. Yeah.
They tried to copy your rotation. That's cringe.
it looks unpracticed as well. What,
yeah,
what is that guy doing? I think that Doomfist actually rushes in first and dies for the like first 20 seconds.
He just ended his face off.
Yeah. Funny
But
thing,
we
he's probably actually fisted in.
now we know though, like as if we're playing a May Reaper, we should play statue. This is exactly where we should be. We should
Yeah,
play
a bit
statue
closer, yeah.
because
Closer
we
to
have
range.
rotation options, right? And we want to push onto them regardless of what they're playing. So we don't have poke. That's another thing. You're not playing a
Yeah.
Kree May or anything like that, right? You're playing a really upfront brawly comp. So you want to play statue and look to push into them, like get a wall and push into them and look to capitalize that way. Okay. Of course, if we
Exactly.
had a Lucio, I'm just saying, you know,
This guy, I don't know
yeah,
what he's doing.
he's on something.
Yeah.
But that's actually a result of tilt, by the way. That's a tilt play.
Yeah, actually, yeah, he was one of the ones, yeah, that probably I assumed was tilted.
Okay, good. So, okay, so this is something we need to go over too. If they rotate through here, what do we do?
We back after
Go towards the
point.
statue side.
We rotate away, right?
Yeah.
We rotate away collectively through the same area. So we rotate back through hotel, and we look to not this wide. Let's
Can
not
we
go
play
that wide.
this wall near point? This is
Right
where I
here.
thought, like, if we were to, yeah, right there.
Yep. And then we look to play the corner. We have a dislocation, and we're ready to go right back into their face again. Dude, they have the doom, so we have to be careful of this, right? Well, of course, but technically, if he goes and he punches in again, he's just ending again anyway.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. I think he gets killed again like that, yeah.
And then yeah, you're really far out of LOS too, so you're not sustaining your team. You're kind of looking to be a bulldog, but this is
So
good.
here,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, so what I was thinking here is that if everyone was gonna play the back of like the side of a part, like the door near statue, as soon as they drop in, I'm gonna look for a nade and then quickly rotate behind the team. The minute they drop in, so then when they're antied, we can actually push in and do something with that.
You know what?
So
We
that's
do
why I was
have a
playing
path.
near door.
I think they have Lucio, so you'll get focus on
Yeah,
their
true.
whole team. You can
Yep,
go attack.
yep.
Maybe I actually don't remember. I probably mixing it with some other skim that I did, but I'm not entirely sure. I did probably stay here. No, I don't think I did. Did I? Hmm.
If anything, you should be playing the door and just being ready just in case they do
The
push
door
you.
here, yeah.
Yeah, Zara said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is such a rare occasion because honestly, if this was Lucio, I would tell you this is an awful idea because Lucio won't have enough to sustain the comp. But considering you have a BAP, you can actually sustain the comp. So leaving Anna to be insanely aggressive, that just kind of blows my mind. Like it's such
Yeah,
a.
yeah,
This
it's
is why I
not
love
usual, not
Overwatch
usual.
because it's like there's so many like different situations for everything you play. So if you take, one character out, put another one in, your wins conditions change, what you're able to
Yeah.
do changes, like it's nuts. I haven't even thought about this, that like if you have a BAP, it frees your Ana to be insanely aggressive.
Yeah,
lost
then
him
this
off
Doom
again.
switches to an Echo here. I think he does die in the result of that.
But we also sacrifice a lot
drop
of
on
speed
point.
too. Like speed here would
Yeah.
actually help quite a bit, to be honest with you. Just melt the Ryan. Actually save that.
Yeah, I have no idea why the Ana was there.
What we need to kind of be doing here is making sure that we're playing just passive in general. We're getting back behind the corner. We're getting sustained by the BAP, and we're ready to re-push, especially since we have like a Zarya ult and a Ryan ult. We don't want to play
Yeah.
too far out. There's an echo, quite a bit of burst damage. We don't want to play kind of silly. There we go. There we go. Okay, now we're playing better. And what's another thing we can do right now to actually punish their comp?
Go through the apartment.
Bingo. right back through here. It excludes the echo, right? She can't spam
Yeah,
you,
the
and you just
McCree's not
run them
even there
over.
as well, so they don't have that much DPS. Yeah.
But we don't have a Lucio, right? So it's a little hard to get there.
Yeah, no, I'll make sure to go Lucio. Yeah,
Yeah,
Lucio
so
back
all good.
next.
I just like to point it out so we can understand like what we have. So even if for some reason we do play this comp again, we understand what we have, what we don't have, and what our
Yeah.
capabilities are. Okay. We should be looking at nano somebody for survivability. Okay, so we probably should have nanoed the Ryan to make sure he kind of stays alive there.
Yeah, I mean, I might have had LOS. I'm not
and-
actually. I don't actually remember what happened here.
This goes back to my still frame, right? This was the point that I shot a screenshot at you guys and basically said like, hey, we have like 6 ults here. And we
Yeah.
didn't have a game plan because if you look at this fight, we never had a game plan. Nothing was coordinated. We didn't, do anything. We didn't Mei ult first. We didn't Zarya ult first. We didn't Nano first. We didn't do anything first. We played all reactively. We allowed them to get onto us and then reacted with their ults. That's not how we play Brawl, right? We play Brawl
Yeah.
aggressively, proactively. We look to punch them in the face.
Yeah,
And we
we
didn't do
begin
that.
to engage. Yeah,
Yep. We let them Sigma ult first, and then we reacted with a Mei ult.
This time I should wait a whole team. I'm so aggressive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Both of you guys should have.
And there.
Okay, we can look to repush here. We didn't have to back all the way up. We still had a 5v6 here. We had window as well, so we could have done is once we knew we were 5 up, we could have pushed out and windowed, looked to push. There was still a tick left. We could have done something there. Okay. Okay. So Bap and Anna, there's really no reason for you to be up here. Right? You should be back here playing on the corner. And so because you have better LOS, I mean you could even play
I
this
think I was
corner if you
actually
really
here,
wanted to.
yeah, right where you were saying. Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I backed off to that position later.
But we should start there, right? So we don't have the fear of having to run away and rotate.
Yeah.
Good charge. And then that wouldn't have happened, right? So if the Echo came
Yeah.
down and actually copied the Ryan,
Yeah,
you
she
would have
wouldn't
been
have
back
hit
here.
me. Yeah.
You would have been able to sleep him.
Yeah. Damn it, that's on that. Yeah.
Oof. We walled our own shatter. That's rough. Okay.
Yeah,
Did the wall
I-
actually block it? Because I think the wall actually got on the cart.
Yeah, I think the wall was on the cart.
It was on the cart. It wasn't on the wall. Was it? It wasn't. I don't remember.
Oh, I missed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm, Yeah,
Oh,
it
it
was, yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. It
Oh, the
was,
shield blocked it. The Sigma shield blocked it.
Yeah.
Okay, should we be pushing right now?
No, not with the current state. No.
There's no.
We have spawn
support.
advantage, right? We're in Narnia. We're spawning in just the worst place ever. So we have to realize that. We have to give up a lot of space. There's no longer holding this spot now. We're looking to more hold this spot at the best case scenario, this at the least, right?
Yeah, just back off to here.
yep.
Yeah.
And I know it's intriguing because you see a 2v3, but it's going to very quickly be a 4v3. Oof. Yep. Yep. Okay, we wait for our team. Good.
Yeah, Ryan melted. Ryan melted there.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go over that. That's the wrong Ryan. Okay,
Ryan should get the nano. That's what we thought about yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, if we're gonna push this out, right? But we probably should have honestly, we should have started with Zariel. I mean, why not, right? So the Ryan, shield up, walk, shield and walk. That's all you need to do. And then Zarya, you ult. Why? Because there's no diva. It's literally free. So you just walk up, use Zarya ult, and then you look to just capitalize that way. You can probably window it too, or just nano Ryan right into it, right? But fire striking into this much damage, right? There's an Echo, there's a Sigma, there's a Kree, there's a Ana. There's a lot of damage coming into your face. So fire striking right around the corner when no one else is looking at you, you never want to take space with a fire strike. You always want to take space with a shield and walking up into them. Even if Ryan's swinging on you, keep your shield up. Doesn't matter. You're going to sustain through it. But if you fire strike, you're going to get clapped, buddy. And that's exactly what happened. Like, yeah. So big difference. When you come around the corner, shield up, walk up. That's how you take space as Ryan. And then you can look to, use ultimates accordingly. Let's think about how that could have happened. So if we walked up and we held our shield, we Zarya ulted, it force beat, we windowed, and then we nanoed Ryan into that,
Ryan. Yeah.
they wouldn't have been able to sustain that. There's just no way. We would have
I'm
actually won that fight.
curious that how many shield do we have, the Ryan?
Okay.
When he tried to pick.
Might have had around half. I'm not entirely sure.
Ah,
He
full.
had 1,000
Ah, it's
percent,
whole.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
160.
it's whole. Okay.
That's okay. This has happened so many times before, man. Like once you just know, like, okay, this is how we want to take space, and it's so much easier than you think, right? And it's just a lesson learned. You come around the corner, you shield up, you walk forward, bingo, man. Your team's just gonna, do a lot with that. You don't think you're doing as much. I mean, I really do get it. Like I played the game, right? I do understand that when you hold shield and walk forward, it doesn't feel like you're doing a lot. But what you're doing is creating a large amount of space for your team to then actually work with, right? They then are allowed a disc location. They're then allowed space to actually BAP ult. They're then allowed Zarya vision to actually land a fat, Zarya ult, and then Widow or Ana can actually get out here and actually start landing like nades and stuff, right? Probably even go wide and land a nade, something like that. Like that, you create a lot for your team when you just shield up and walk. So. Yeah, we didn't get much out of that nano.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I tried to make up for the lost Ryan, thinking that we'd probably win the fight doing that, but it's.
Okay, yeah, just jump off. That's cool too. Okay, good mail. Nope. Oh, rough, man. Yeah, not much we could do there. Okay. Well, there is. Hold on. Let me go over a couple things here. As they're pushing in. Okay. So Nezuko, right here. You teleport right up here.
Yeah.
You can drop down on the backline, okay?
Okay, and get bubble.
Yep. And what you call that is Assassin's Creed Reaper. You want to look to get a high spot where nobody can knows you're there. You want to be sneaky, and you want to drop down and assassinate them. That can happen on a lot of different maps too, right? Like it can even happen if you're standing here and they're in this general like area here. You can look to teleport up here and then drop on them. You can do it same thing here. This is more
Yeah.
visual though, right? Like the Echo can see you,
Yes.
the rest of the core can see you, but here, not as much. Okay. Other than that, yeah, not a lot we can do. We won this engagement?
No, we
time-
lost.
Mm,
I was to say the time
Wait,
feels like we did.
yeah. It might. No, no, it doesn't seem like it.
Oh, we just stall a little longer than I thought. Okay. Even in that alt Nezuko, you could have still went up here. You could have went back here and then dropped down.
Yeah. So I'm the only one in the nearby the payload. I think I have to touch the payload. Yeah, you're right.
All good. All good. All good. Okay. We don't have that much time, but we can kind of lightly go over Oasis.
I think we have a Rialto one too.
Do we?
Yeah,
Is that one better to look at?
I'm not sure.
I think it was better. I'm pretty sure we won both games in Rialto.
We won every single map.
Oh, I'm curious. I want to see our rotations. I'm excited. But we're playing
Yeah.
Zen Anna again. Stop doing that.
Didn't
It's
we
killing
switch? No,
me.
we did switch, didn't we?
No.
Wait, are we attacking
Nah, we
first?
didn't. We were yeah,
We are attacking. Yeah.
because I asked if I should go BAP to like keep us alive if someone's gonna die, and you're like, nah, just stay Zen, and I stayed Zen.
Yeah.
Let's see how we do this regardless, though. It is a long sight line, so Zen's still going to get quite a bit of value. It's just taking the high ground is going to be a lot more difficult. Then again, they're not going to really contest it. Only the Ashe and the Hanzo, and they can get pushed out pretty quickly, so. Okay. So no Anna and Zen up here. I think our Divas up here a little too preemptively. Can't really do much from here. Can't really get sustained out of LOS, so I would come back, here and try to look for your Anna or Zen, something like that, and get some heals. Nezuko, here. So you can look to pinch from the side, or you can get up here and start to look the long way, but this is a very dangerous spot.
Yeah.
You can get in here and look to here. Okay.
Oh, Nezuko is go to the restaurant.
Oh, he did? Oh, okay. Okay. This is good, but we still don't have our high ground or our supports high ground yet. Close. Ooh, Anna. That's scary.
Yeah.
Zen is good. Nezuko's taking a good off angle. Bingo. Right as I say it, he takes it and gets value from it. That's fantastic. Good job. Good job. Okay. Now our backline looks fantastic. Now we can push out, right? Now we're gonna push them out. Where our Anna just landed the fattest nade possible. We have our
Yeah.
our monkey diva pushing out. We have our Anna being able to sustain them. Our Zen discording. Like this is perfect. This is exactly how we want to do it. See this time. This is. I love it. Good job.
Yeah. Yeah. Here, I definitely called out that the both tanks were anti, so we should push.
Zen, you did not need to go over here, buddy. You need to stay up here.
Zen is just like diving with them.
You're, I know, dude. You're not a Lucio, man. Like that's kind of nuts. Dude, I really do feel like if the Zen was alive, this would have been a lot more clean, but that's okay. Dude, Exalted, you're just a menace, man. I love it. Jeez, boy. All right, calm down. Okay, this is good. We have Primal. We have the DM coming into the Primal, which are to the Monkey. This is good. We need our backline to be swinging out more. We need to get LOS of our front line. We also need to get this bongo down. Kill the bongo. Kill the
I
bongo.
think I
Kill the bongo.
focused the bongo. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Good, good. So just the back line, rotate out a little bit more because the diva and the monkey are going to need you. More importantly,
Yeah,
the
we
diva.
struck a few seconds after.
Okay.
Coach, I have a question.
Yeah.
About Diva and Monkey. So, Xiaoyu, the off tank think Diva should die first and take damage and use his the right click. Then Monkey can die. But in my opinion, both of them should dive together. One during the when Monkey jump,
Mhm.
when
Diva
he
should
engages.
attack him.
Yeah, yeah. I don't.
So
Did,
which one
who,
is
who
right?
told you to jump in and take a bunch of damage and use all your DM?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. I was like, I know I didn't tell you that. No, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. So when Monkey goes in, you go in right with him. There's no question.
I
Yeah,
think
use your DM and help support the monkey because what's going to happen is originally when he's jumping in, you use the DM, he takes no damage, he doesn't get slept, he doesn't get naded, he doesn't get any of that, right?
yeah.
And then once he lands, he bubbles, right? He personal bubbles, and then that allows his staying power to be even stronger. And then if you primals on top of it, you're just never going to get rid of the monkey, right? And if you DM him while he's first originally in, after his bubbles down, and then while he's primaling as well to take a little bit less damage, he's never gonna die. Like it becomes a complete nuisance, right? So yeah, I think that's exactly what you
Also,
need to do.
I think it really needs a coordination. The
Mhm.
two tanks really need
Yep.
a.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
completely agree. I completely
It's
agree.
hard.
Yep. I mean, what you can do is like solo queue together and duo queue. I mean, and try to get that coordination down. So he's like, okay, we're gonna duo queue. We're gonna play Monkey Diva, and that's like all we're gonna play today. And we're gonna kind of just grind that, and then you'll become a lot better, a lot more cohesive with your dives. You'll understand his play style because a lot of different tanks have different play styles and like varying degrees of like aggression that you're gonna have to get used to. So if you continue to get used to him and knowing how he plays and how aggressive he is, then you can start to complement that as best you can. Yeah, it's exactly. Yeah, you're diving perfectly with him. Except he's going a little ham, but that's okay because he's he can definitely like slap the Ana around or Ash around. Good. Okay. Dude? This is good. This is good. This is good. Ana, where do you need to be?
Let me look at my position real quick. I could have rotated upstairs, but I need to stay on cart, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, Diva needs to stay on cart because Diva can actually get to the fight, right?
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I can just rotate up the stairs and
Yep,
try to
yep.
stay high ground with the monkey. Yeah.
Tracer is a second best option. So Tracer, you don't
Yeah.
necessarily need to be a high ground, right? Like because this is a very frontal angle for you. You don't want to be on a frontal angle. You don't want to ever like look the enemy comp in the face. So you can be pushing cart technically and coming around the corner, and then as the enemy team comes up through here and pass up through here, you'll automatically already be on a 90, right? You'll already behind them or like a 180.
Yeah.
So that's another option is like you could either do Diva, but Diva's a little bit more important to keep the space, or you could do Tracer because Tracer doesn't need to path top.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's why I thought the Diva should stay with the monkey up
yeah,
like on high ground while I push the cart.
I think as Diva Monkey, yes. As Ball Diva, it's different. It's very different, right? Like Ball Diva,
different,
the Diva generally will be the one pushing the cart. But in this situation, yes, Tracer is probably a little bit better because the monkey needs the support.
I mean, yeah, I was able to heal from there anyhow too. Like I threw a nade or two and try to heal whoever gets on the corner of the window.
Ooh. So Terminator, that should have been who's playing on Terminator's account again?
I was.
Okay, J. So definitely is in alt there. So as the shatter happened, yeah, I guess you can't really see though, huh? So you don't really necessarily know that they were all shattered, but I
Yeah.
guess that could have been a communication. And then Zenny could have been looking to be a lot more like, okay, I need to look for something to alt. But I mean, yeah, you didn't see it, so I don't blame you too much. You're good.